I'll make sure to put a timestamp on the screen if you just want to skip straight to the deck profile. However, I felt that this really needed context because there's a couple things that I have to explain. So first off, no, this is not the same list that Dzeeff played to a top 8 finish. And I want to mention that because even though there were 3 Danger Dark World FTK decks that made top 32 at YCS Niagara, 2 of them were the same and 1 of them was different. So basically, there were 4 people playing an FTK strategy at this tournament, 4 friends, and 2 of them played one version and 2 of them played another version. So if you've already seen the Dzeeff Jones profile on the Alter Reality Games channel, this one is about 10 to 12 cards different. There's a lot of cards that Max and Dirk Wagner played that Dzeeff Jones did not. And that sort of brings me to my second point where I need to explain this. So this is a deck profile of Max Reynolds, and you've seen him on the channel many times, pretty well-known player. He is profiling the exact 70 cards that Dirk Wagner got second place with. Dirk Wagner just doesn't like being on camera, and that's perfectly fine. He actually was sitting right next to us this whole time though, and so I just want to say that even though Max did not top, obviously him and Dirk played the exact same 70 cards, which means that they played the same main deck, side deck, and extra deck, and Max did start the day 6-0. I mean, if you go through like the top tables updates throughout the rounds, Max is consistently at the top tables for this first 6 rounds, sort of tearing it up, and he has a feature match and all that kind of stuff. And this deck is, a lot of people are conflicted about it because on one hand it is an FTK and people do not like FTKs. On the other hand, this isn't really like the Pendulum FTK where everyone was playing it. Maybe next weekend everyone will play this, but at least for this weekend it's pretty much just these 4 friends that are taking 2 different variants of the same end combo, and 3 of them managed to top this event. And these decks, I mean, they're crazy, like as far as originality goes. And like Dzeeff's version, you have Armageddon Knight, and you have Dark Greffer, and you have Malicious, and you have Phantom Knights, and you have Danger cards, and you have Blackwing cards. All these different archetypes coming together to make this a sort of abomination of a strategy. And then the same thing, maybe not as many archetypes, but the same thing happens with the Max and the Dirk version, where there's all these different cards coming together, and they play every single Danger monster. It's crazy, and they play all these different draw spells that we haven't seen in a while, like Allure of Darkness, as well as the beginning of the end, which is a crazy draw spell in this strategy. Not once per turn, draw 3 cards. Holy crap. This is just a really conflicting situation because everyone likes to see this group of people top. They're very well-known players, and they like to see innovative decks, which this one, just objectively, they are innovative decks. Like, we've known about this Cannon Soldier FTK with Snow and Grapha for a while now, but no one's actually managed to break it at a tournament. So these 4 guys come along, and 3 of them top, and it's just really incredible. But also, FTKs probably shouldn't exist, and Firewall should probably be banned. And I'll probably have a video about that later on. But anyway, I just want to give that context to what you're watching here. So this is Max Reynolds describing the list that he played and the list that Dirk Wagner, who got second place, played. Both of them thought a lot about the strategy and the matchups and stuff like that, so it's really interesting hearing their insight. But anyway, let's jump right in. All right, we are here at YCS Niagara Falls with Max Reynolds. Now, Max did not make the top cut, but he started 6-0, and also this is the FTK build that got second place, the exact 70 cards, right?
Yep, the exact same deck list.
Nice.
Dirk Wagner is the person that got second place. He does not like to appear on camera, so I guess I'm gonna go over everything.
Yeah.
So the idea was to play as many Dangers as possible, so we literally just played all of them. We played 3 Bigfoot, 3 Thunderbird, 3 Nessie, 3 Dogman, 3 Mothman, 3 Chupacabra, 3 Jackalope, and 3 Suchinokyo. I don't know how to play. And basically, you just want to diminish the chances that you see multiple copies of like one Danger, because that raises the odds they can pick it out of your hand. So you just play infinite Dangers, and then each time you summon, you're gaining another card, and the Dark World cards complement them really well. We actually play Should All Beast too, so you can just keep drawing more and more cards. And then if you ever start to run low on cards, they're all dark monsters, so we play Beginning of the End in the deck at 3 because it's just so easy to fuel. So yeah, we initially we're just going to play without these ones and play 3 Should All Beast, because yeah, it's once per turn, but it raises the chances you hit Beast on a 1 Danger reveal, and then you get to Pot of Greed. But so that was like obviously not as great as just playing like more names, and the names help you OTK going second, so we went with that. So these are all the names you need. And to anyone that thinks this card's bad, it just helps you make Tomahawk. Yeah, and his artwork's cool. It's like him reaching for the card to draw when they miss him. So that's cool. So all those guys, the Shadal Beast and Cannon Soldier. Yeah, you just get this off of Summon Sort with Tomahawk tokens and FTK basically. You only need a Dark World and a Grapha to do it. So that works. Dark Worlds played 3 Snow, 3 Brow, and just 1 Grapha. Just an engine requirement. You don't really want to draw it at all. You can just get it whenever. We play Curious, so you can dump it there. You can target Nightmare Phoenix and summon it from your deck that way, and then you can just Curious whichever one you don't have. And yeah, you obviously play 3 Brow, but and then Snow kind of sucks too, but you need it to FTK.
Yeah, so just for people that didn't see the feature matches, how does the FTK work?
So the FTK itself loops Cannon Soldier's effect to burn for 500. With so any of the Dark Worlds, you could have this one or this one, doesn't really matter. So you'll summon this next to Firewall. You'll bounce it for Grapha to your hand, obviously. Cannon Soldier the Grapha for 500. Firewall, summon back the monster, bring back Grapha, and you just keep doing that infinitely until they're dead. So pretty simple FTK. A lot of people were like, how is that going to work? And they didn't really understand, so it like made you do it. Yeah. So that's all the monsters. Spells, we played 3 Allure, 3 Beginning of the End. This horrible artwork, you probably can't even see what that is. Yeah. This card was outrageous. Dirk and I both resolved it like so many times. One guy I resolved it 3 times against. That was just crazy, and yeah, it's just like a really big bomb in the deck, and the deck needs more bombs to keep gaining more cards. So you just play it upstart because it's just correct. Soul Charge. This is like your train wheels. Like okay, no, it's just game. And then card destruction is also just game.
And did you keep the FTK in going second, or you just took it out completely?
I guess keep it in going second. Yeah, you can still do it. A lot of people, if you lose the dice roll, and they go first, you just kill them going second. So if they don't know you're playing the FTK, they might assume you're playing a go second danger deck to just like attack for game. And 2 people I played did that. And after I killed them going first, they were like, okay, you can go first game 2, and then I just FTK'd them. So. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I saw that one OTK where you had like 5 dangers on board.
Yep. Yeah. It's pretty simple. Side deck I played 3 Sphere Mode because the deck doesn't really need its normal summon, and it's Goki's like the only deck that's kind of hard if they get to play. Unless they Gumbar you, then you just laugh. But yeah, Sphere Mode is pretty important.
Did you play against many Goki?
Those are my 2 losses. I lost to 2 Goki decks, and then I lost to a Pure Sky Striker deck. But yeah, Goki was so hard. 3 Joel and Lockbird. So we had 3 remaining side deck slots the night before the event, and Dirk and I were like, well, what else are we worried about? And there wasn't much, so we were worried about the mirror match if it ever happened, and Droll covers the mirror. And that was another reason why we decided to play the deck, was because Droll wasn't very popular in the format, like at all. So the odds we get Drolled are so low, because otherwise you just like summon your dangers, but you don't draw any cards, so you're just not doing anything. So yeah, Droll's pretty good against the deck. 3 Reaper. It's a dark for beginning, but more importantly, you just Reaper Firewall against Goki, and that's like its primary function. I played 3 Twin Twister and 3 Cosmic for removal. Rivalry really hurts the deck, and just being able to clear the Sky Striker back row, even though it doesn't really hurt you that much, just makes the matchup like much quicker if you need it in a pinch. But yeah, just dealing with floodgates is the primary function of these cards. So.
Cosmic over something like evenly matched.
Jeff was like, why are you playing Cosmic over MST? And Dirk was just like, well, I mean, like if we happen to play Draco, it might like have a slight bigger overlap there. But even though like we still would only care about the rivalry, so this could probably just be MST. Probably should be MST. The extra deck, 1 Firewall Dragon. I mean, what can you say? Gumblar. So Gumblar you use if you might not be able to FTK. One of the games, like a guy impermanence to me, but he had like wasted a lot of other cards that turn, so I just Gumbarred him for the rest of his cards. And it also triggers your dangers in your Dark World, so it's kind of neat in that aspect. But there's certain combos you can do where you can like Gumbar yourself by summoning to a zone to trigger your Snow to get your Grapha, And then that like finishes the FTK for you. So Dumbledore is definitely important in that sense. You're not trying to like take their hand, but it can like help you play. Phoenix, Curious. All the dangers are different types primarily, but they're all dark. So you can make this really easily. And at worst, you can just send Schnall Beast to just draw a card, and then Millie 3 can just cheat you into like Grapha, or it can just fuel your beginning of the end. Summon Sorceress, just does it for you. Phoenix, Cerberus, Ripperduckus. This helps you make Summon Sorc with any 2 monsters in like a level 7 somewhere. Insulator. If you're short on a dark for this, you can make this with tokens and then finish your Curious play.
Once again, the event hall is now
Link Spider for your
closed.
combo. This to trigger Firewall to keep so many monsters out of your hand. Dweller in case you play against Goki and you can't FTK them, so you need something to make going first. And then Gnarla and Azathoth. We played these. Yeah. So anytime you can make a rank 4, you just summon this, and then you can freely XYZ this over on top, and it just negates all their monster effects for the rest of the turn, and it doesn't activate, so there's nothing they can do about it. So you do that before you start FTK, and link it off, and just go from there. And then Tomahawk's the last card, and that just enables like everything.
Okay, one last question, because YCS London is next weekend.
Yep.
Is it possible to play a deck of that Summon Sorceress, just by like cheesing and playing 3
Probably not. It's very hard. You'd have to play it as a go second deck for sure.
Okay, so there's no reason to worry about it. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.